You were born into innocence.
All right.
You came to earth and entered our family code. And you took on your family code. You saw how they operate so you could survive on earth. We then took you to school and said, James, do what you're told. Sit down, listen, and do what you're told. You took on the code of learning in our schools. That is not the code that you know. You just did it to get out of school.
Like programming.
So then you proceeded, as you graduated, you proceeded into the corporate world or the business world. You took on their code in order to get paid. And you operate with them the way their protocol is, their politics, which is not your code, it's their code. Okay, so then you got paid well, and you did what you did. But you were noticing, even last week, that the code that you were playing, something was making you restless. Like you were going, something more has to happen here.
Yeah.
So I'm going to the top, and I'm going to say, I want to be more to you than I am right now. I would like to strategize some new decisions with you to make this company even bigger, greater, whatever word you want. You're calling them to a more expansive code, a more collaborative code,
Sure.
a more cooperative code, because that code is in you, not them yet. It's in them, but they don't know it yet. So now we're operating old paradigm, hierarchical, male-dominated, la-di-da-di-da. Woman coming into play some of the time. That's good. Okay. So now,
Do you think, let me add to that just a little, and I'm not sure, but I think that old paradigm includes this earth that we're walking on right now, and the masculine energy that drove all of the Industrial Revolution and all of the technological revolution, the age that we're in right now, whether that was men or women doing it, I'm not talking about gender, I'm talking about the masculine energy. Very logic and focused and get her done kind of thing at all costs. But it wasn't done in flow with nature, which would be the feminine.
true.
So that's part of that old paradigm, isn't it? Part of the old codes.
And may I add something here, James?
Sure.
I don't even know the statistic on this. Good morning.
Morning.
I can tell you right now that there's a very high percent, I'm coming to the 60%, that children are not spending any time in nature now.
Oh, wow.
None. They
Wow.
have gone digital. And they're disconnected from their homeland, their earth,
Yeah.
and they're disconnected from source,
Yeah.
and they're cut off.
Mm-hmm.
There's our danger point.
Certainly.
Okay, it's now, and it's going fast. We're going faster, and we're going to have more fast. And we're not allowing kids to go out and play. We're cutting the time back for them to be in nature.
So what's the new code? What's the new
The new
paradigm that you
code?
see coming?
Please take time. Please walk through the woods. Please go on your sailboat. Please go to your cabin. Please do nothing.
Please fall in love with you.
Yes.
Fall in love with creation.
Yes, and
Fall in love
stop
with each other.
Playing your videos and killing people. Stop.
Yes. It's the love revolution is what we're talking about.
Absolutely.
It is a revolution of love.
Self-love revolution.
Yes.
And so, self-learning revolution is coming to us through the computer via Dr. Jeanette Voss today. Isn't that interesting?
It is.
That she took 3 years of her life to bring this to us today? Don't you
It
find that
is.
interesting?
Yes.
While we're walking through the woods.
Yes.
Got it?
I love it. Thank
And
you for
so,
that.
all the new codes, new curriculum, or learning are already here, James. We're going to be connecting the dots Spirit's in charge of bringing the team with the curriculum together through us. If
And I
we
don't think,
listen.
and we're not going to be the only ones. This is
Oh.
popping up everywhere in the world, worldwide. And so,
every country.
and do you think that it's going to be an explosion of everybody's interested, or is it going to be a dynamic sort of, you're going to feel called towards something different, and there's some that are going to be just rejecting that something different and trying to hold to the old standard, right?
Millions will leave through death.
And that's what I feel
They
is,
will not stay for this moment.
and if you look at that, this is the cut through, I think. If you look at that, for example, the election going on right now,
Yes.
and the mortifying, I'm not going to make this a commentary on politics, but it is certainly a commentary on a historic shift that is it's a global, worldwide level. 81 million people watched that debate that was just sort of a train wreck.
We just came to our first impasse.
Yep,
We're having to turn around.
that's okay.
This was not the curve or path.
Look at this. It's just flooded, but that is beautiful. We're in Minneapolis, by the way,
Yeah.
today.
Wood Lake Nature Center, Minneapolis, South Minneapolis, exquisite, heaven on earth. Everything works here.
And so there's your quick primer on the difference in codes from the old paradigm to the new. Look, right there's the lens. And we love you, and have a wonderful day.
And let's keep playing.
Yes.